guys, it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I have a layout today with my Through the Seasons kit. I will put a link below to the kit that I created to use for 3 months, and it's a winter inspired kit, so you can see all the options that I had to choose from. And so I decided to make a globe shaker pocket, and so that's where we're going here. So I used my Cricut, and I found this globe from Design Space, and I cut it out on one of the wood grain papers from the kit, and you saw that it had a little saying in the corner, so I just cut from the other side. And so that's a good way to realize that you can use papers in different ways to get them used up, which you see here as well. I used another paper that had the people and snow, and it's not my style anymore, and I've had it for a really long time, and so I would probably never use it as a full 12 by 12 sheet, and I put it in this kit as an option because the sky color from that I really like. So you saw I cut the bottom half off, that was the snow, and I'm using the blue part to be part of the background of my snow globe because it's a really pretty bright blue color that I really like. And I'm going to put one of the vellum snow pieces over it, which you'll see a little bit later. But so I needed a really good bright blue color, and so that paper had that as what was considered the sky. And so I bought these transparency films at a Goodwill, I think for $2, and this is what I use for my shaker pockets as the acetate part because it's strong enough to be like the acetate, and I will probably never use all of the pieces or all the pieces of the transparency films. So I am gluing that on the back of my snow globe that I cut out from the Cricut, and I really liked this snow globe because it had those two snowflakes that were cut out of the snow globe, so it adds some kind of interest to the bottom of the snow globe. I spent a lot of time making this snow globe, and oh geez, how many times can I say snow globe in a matter of seconds? And so it's kind of funny because it almost seems like it's the star of my layout and my picture's off to the side, but I still really like it, and I'm not one of those that needs the picture to be the center. I understand that that's scrapbooking and we scrapbook for our photos, but sometimes I just love the embellishments and the paper, and so this is one of the instances where the snow globe probably takes center stage on my 12 by 12 layout. But I decided, so I got my background and I needed some snow, and so I'm going to use that bottom half of that paper that I would never use completely as it is, and I'm going to use the snow part because I needed some white paper, and I'm going to do 2 layers so it adds some dimension within my snow globe. So I took this paper and cut it into 2 layers, and I'm just testing it out, and you can see this cute little snowman die cut I got in a Christmas embellishment swap, so it's fun to get him used up in. I thought he would be perfect in my snow globe. And so I didn't like how when I cut it created a rigid line, and so I just ripped the edges, and I probably could have used my distress tool. That would have worked also. But this is a scrap paper, and I just used some washi to tape these pieces down because I'm going to be adding some texture paste to them. So here I'm starting with the distress texture paste from Ranger, and it's opaque color, and so I'm using a spatula to get it used up. And you saw I put press and seal over my little jars because it's so dry here in Arizona that if I don't, things just get dried up really quickly, and even then when I cover them, sometimes that's just not enough. But I'm using this little palette knife to put this texture paste on there, and I'm not smoothing it out. It's very chunky and uneven, and I did use some of it to cover up the parts of the little trees from the paper that I used the white part from. And then I'm going to use this art from Finnabar. It's Unicorn Effect Paste, and so it's iridescent glitter paste. And I just wanted to add some sparkle to my snow. And again, it's very chunky, and so I just kind of put it on pretty thick, and it's not smooth across the pieces. I just wanted it to have the different dimension, and I just used a paper towel to kind of make it chunky. So you can see there, it's all kind of just blobbed on there, but it looks good in the end. And I set that off to dry, and I'm going to get back to work on my snow globe. And so I'm just cutting the extra pieces of the transparent film off, but I still leave kind of an edge to it, because in the end, when I trim everything, it'll nicely trim up, and I don't want to cut the actual snow globe part. So I just kind of trim the sides, and you'll see I'll do that with my background as well. I won't trim it to match the actual snow globe until the end. And so I pulled in this blue paper, and I'm like, okay, yep, I'm liking how that's looking, but I'm gonna want some trees in the background for my little snowman. So I'm using the Tim Holtz Sizzix tree dye. I think it's Woodlands dye, and so I was just testing here to see if I liked the trees within the globe, and I do. And so I just grabbed some green scrap paper and I cut them out, and these are just wonderful trees. I really like them. I like that they're kind of see-through, so it's not just a block of green triangular cardstock. So these are some of my favorite trees, and so I'm going to use some of that vellum snow paper that I showed in my kit. I have an entire paper pack of it, and of course it's vellum, so I'm only going to glue or tape down the bottom. Now when I put everything together, I'll know where I can put some glue at the top, but for now I just taped it down at the bottom because I know that'll be under my little snow pieces that I made, and I just roughly trimmed it again. And so this is going to be in the background of my snow globe. And I just thought that would be cute. It'll look like it's snowing, and with my little snowman in there. And so I keep putting everything back in to make sure that I'm not over decorating the background, and then you won't see anything in the snow globe. And so I'm just gonna, I grabbed some white glitter paper from my scrap drawer, and I'm just putting it behind the little snowflakes that are on the snow globe that's cut out, just so that it adds that interest, and it backs them and adds some white to that, just so it's not like this big solid wood part of the snow globe. And so now that my little snow pieces are dry, I'm going to get them put down, and again I will leave them kind of sticking out until I can get everything situated. And the funny thing is, you will see when I put my foam tape to make my shaker pocket, I didn't consider the fact that the foam wouldn't stick to this texture paste on the snow that I made. So I actually had to add some extra glue to it to make the snow globe close. But that is my background, and I thought, you know, I need just a little bit of inking on my trees. I just like how that kind of creates some shadows and dimension to them. And so I used some of the Rustic Wilderness distress ink on my trees, and then I'm getting all these elements put down for the back of my snow globe. And I just really like how this turned out. And like I said, I have all my links below for all the people playing along with through the seasons, and the links for the kit that I created and what I used that I'm going to be using for 3 months. And it's all winter inspired, but there's some people like in Australia that right now they're in summer, and so their kits will be summer inspired. And we'll just go through the seasons throughout the year and create kits inspired for the current season that we're in. And every 3 months the kit will change. So that's a lot of fun. So make sure you check out everything below in the description box. And so you can see I put this foam tape around the snow globe, and then of course on the bottom, because I'm going to need it to also be popped up at the bottom. But I pulled in some of these little snowflakes. They're buttons that I got also in my Christmas time swap. Oh my gosh, I had, God forbid a cat should walk in my dog's yard. He loses his mind. But anyways, where was I? I got the little buttons in my Christmas swap as embellishments, and then so I glued those in there, and then I put all this glitter as for the shaker because I wanted the glitter to fall, be the shaker part. But this is where, because I didn't realize it wasn't going to glue to the snow that I made with the texture paste, I did lose some of my glitter when I lifted this up. The foam tape did everywhere else except for those sections of snow that I made with the texture paste. But it still is a shaker, and there's still some glitter that comes in. And I also put some little snowflake, snowflake, what are those called? It's not glitter, but you know what I'm saying. Little snowflake embellishments that go in there. And so that's all still part of the shaker. And so I really like it. And so that is the snow globe that I made, which is just so fun. And I will probably make another one just to have because it was a lot of fun. And that snowman in that snow globe is just so cute. So then I'm going to work on the picture finally. And this is a picture of my husband and I. There's a neighborhood in town called Winter Haven, and everyone in the neighborhood puts up Christmas lights, and you can go and walk through this neighborhood. And this is not just like a string of Christmas lights on their house. Like, all these people go all out. And for instance, we're standing in front of this tree light that's in someone's yard, and it's so tall. Like, we're pretty far in front of this tree that's behind us, and this is just one of their yard decorations. And so this neighborhood goes all out, and so we go every year. We like to walk around and look at all the lights. There's one that's the Winter Haven Zoo, and so this house has found all these animals that are, dressed in Christmas, like yard lights or whatever, and they put them in like a little zoo. And so it's one of my favorites. I just love the Winter Haven. Plus it just gets you in the Christmas spirit with all the Christmas lights. But then I am just putting things around the picture, knowing that the right side is really just going all towards my snow globe that I made. This little sign says, "Let it snow," and I keep moving things around, and I just thought, you know what, I probably need some splatters in the background. And so I grabbed my Dilutions shimmer spray, and it's in white linen, and I'm just sprinkling the background so that it has a little bit of shimmer like it's snow. One of the things that with my kit is I put a lot of snow themed things, and I don't have snow here really. And if we do get snow, it like falls from the sky and then immediately disappears when it hits the ground. And so I want to get those things used up, and I'm thinking, well, it doesn't have to actually be snow pictures. And I thought this picture was cute because the tree is in a blue color, and so it'll match, and then I have this snow globe, and it just kind of all works. And so it's a way to use some snow paper without it actually being snow pictures, and so I really like that. And so I'm getting everything kind of glued back down. I used one of these chipboards that said magic, and I sprayed it with the Dilution spray, and then I sprinkled some of the glitter on it as well, just so that it has the same kind of look. And you saw me do that, and that's what'll go under the photo. And then I just liked the season's greetings that I pulled from the kit as well. But that is pretty much the layout, guys. Thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, if you could go ahead and hit those buttons below, it really helps out my channel. And I appreciate all of you that are subscribed, and comments and likes. I just love interacting with all you guys. So I'm just doing the finishing touches. You saw I used some of my Wink Stella on the snowflakes on the snow globe just to kind of add some more shimmer to it. And I found some of those snowflakes in silver that I kind of sprinkled around. But yeah, that's the layout, guys. Thanks, everyone. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.